On December 26, 1900, a relief ship arrived at a remote lighthouse off the west coast of Scotland. 3 lighthouse keepers were supposed to be there. Instead, the lighthouse was empty. This is the Flannan Isles lighthouse mystery. More than a century later, no one knows what happened there. For more mysteries like this, consider subscribing. Let's begin. Eilean Mòr was the largest of the Flannan Isles, a remote group of rocky islands about 32 kilometers west of the Outer Hebrides. Built to guide ships through the North Atlantic, it operated continuously throughout the year. The station was manned by principal keeper James de Cat and assistants Thomas Marshall and Donald MacArthur. The last records they left behind would become key evidence in the investigation. On December 7, 1900, Northern Lighthouse Board Superintendent Robert Muirhead inspected the lighthouse and reported no irregularities. The last entries in the official logbook were made on December 13th. Routine observations for December 14th and 15th were recorded instead on a slate, awaiting transfer into the logbook. The final entry, written on the morning of December 15th, noted that the lamp had been serviced, the oil reservoirs filled, the lens cleaned, and the morning weather observations recorded. Later that night, Captain Holman of the passing steamer SS Archtor noted that the lighthouse light was not visible as his ship passed the Flannan Isles, and reported it to the Northern Lighthouse Board after arriving in Leith on the 18th of December. The lighthouse was due to receive its regular relief on December 20th, but severe Atlantic storms delayed the relief vessel Hesperus for 6 days. When the Hesperus finally dropped anchor off Eilean Mòr on the 26th of December, Captain Jim Harvey sounded the ship's whistle and fired a signal rocket, but no one responded. Relief keeper Joseph Moore then rowed ashore to investigate. The entrance gate and the main door were both closed. Moore entered the lighthouse and found the kitchen tidy, with the utensils cleaned and put away. The kitchen clock had stopped. 1 set of oilskins remained hanging inside the lighthouse. The other 2 were missing. Moore searched Eilean Mòr, but found no trace of the 3 keepers. At the west landing, a supply box about 110 feet above sea level had been smashed, with its contents scattered across the rocks. Nearby, iron railings had been twisted, and a concrete block weighing more than a ton had been displaced. On the 29th of December, 1900, Superintendent Robert Muirhead submitted his final report to the Northern Lighthouse Board. He concluded that the 3 keepers had remained on duty until around midday on December 15th, before leaving the lighthouse to secure ropes and equipment stored at the west landing. Muirhead believed an unusually large wave overwhelmed them and swept all 3 men into the sea. Muirhead's conclusion was accepted by the Northern Lighthouse Board and later by Crown authorities. No formal judicial inquiry was ordered. The evidence at the west landing supported the possibility that powerful waves had struck the island. However, no one witnessed what happened on December 15th, and no physical evidence ever confirmed exactly how the 3 keepers disappeared. The official verdict remained an informed reconstruction rather than a proven fact. Some researchers suggest the men took extraordinary risks to protect station equipment during the storm, possibly influenced by strict Northern Lighthouse Board regulations and financial penalties for lost gear. Others argue that when 2 keepers encountered trouble at the west landing, the 3rd rushed out to help, explaining why 1 set of oilskins remained inside the lighthouse. Over the decades, more sensational explanations, including foul play, foreign abduction, and supernatural causes, have also been proposed. Although none has been supported by credible evidence, more than a century later, no definitive answer has ever been found. Storm, accident, foul play, or something else entirely? Which explanation do you think best fits the evidence?